morning.
Josh, what have these last couple of days been like for you?
It's been interesting. We're all adjusting and trying to figure this thing out as we go. None of us have ever really been through anything like this, so we're kind of trying to come together as a team and just continue to push forward.
I know you live near Coach Mora. Were you able to go visit with him individually since this happened?
No, I haven't seen him. We'll send him messages because we owe the man a lot. He's pretty much everyone in this building is here because of him. We all are forever indebted to him. He's helped me grow up, mature, get closer to becoming a man. I mean, made a lot of mistakes, and he's always been by my side. And I think a lot of people maybe wouldn't. So it's not just with me; it's with everyone on the team. He's an incredible person, incredible coach, and we'll definitely miss him.
How surprised were you not only that it happened, but the timing of when the announcement was made?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know the workings of the business side of this whole thing. So that's not really something I have any idea about, but I mean, it was unfortunate.
Whoever is the permanent replacement, will that weigh into your decision about your future at all?
I'm going to save my sort of thought for that. I haven't really talked to my family about that yet. That'll come in the near future, but I mean, everything matters when it comes to a decision like that, so I'll take all the different sorts of variables into the equation, but not quite yet.
What is Coach Fishman like as the interim guy last couple days?
He's been awesome. The sort of rallying cry is to carry on Coach Mora's legacy for the remainder of this year. I think Coach Fish is adjusting really well. He's jumping on the opportunities, leading the guys. There's a pretty good energy moving forwards as good as it can be in such a situation. But we're going to try and win out these last two games.
Do you think he deserves the opportunity to be a head coach, whether it's here or somewhere else?
I think he absolutely deserves a shot. Here or anywhere. He's an awesome coach. I mean, his offense this year is incredibly productive, and hopefully we can win these last two for him and push forwards and help him as he's helping us.
With the uncertainty over kind of your future, how are you mentally preparing for this last home game of the season? Is part of you thinking about the possibility that it could be your last at the Rose Bowl?
No. I just want to win the game. I just want to go 500, and then ultimately push to 7-6. And there's not really anything else this team is thinking about other than winning one more game. And that's the thought process right now. So keep it calm.
It's been a pretty significant turnaround for Cal's defense from last year to this year. What sort of stands out? Your early impressions of them?
Well, I didn't get to play them last year, but from watching the film, and this year they're very I'm not going to say like complex, but they do a lot of things. They come at you from a bunch of different ways. They're a high pressure team. They try to force mistakes, but also when you try to do a lot of things, it's hard to you're spread pretty thin, so it's hard to master everything. And we think we're going to try and take advantage of some weaknesses that we think we see, and they're going to try and exploit some weaknesses on our behalf. So it'll be a fun game to watch.
Well, what are some of your favorite memories of Coach Mora? I know he brought over the different flavors of ice cream after your surgery. What are some of the things that stand out about what he did for you and meant to you?
I'd say the biggest thing I learned from him was the kind of how he impacted people beyond the sport. I mean, I'd say his biggest advocates are the walk-ons that graduated and now have careers and live by the same mottos that we learned on this field. I mean, be the same guy every day, set the standard, and reset it every day. I mean, you play against your own championship standard. I mean, it goes on. And a lot of my friends that are out of football now, but went through the process with Coach Mora here, say that I mean, if you go on Instagram and scroll through my feed, there's we love you, Coach, we miss you every third photo. So.
When you took a look back at the USC film from this past weekend, would you say, where would you rank that in terms of your games this year? Was it one of your better games? Was it in the middle?
I thought it was my better games, but I was kind of bummed that I made some pretty critical mistakes in some pretty key situations. Particularly throws to Biko. I definitely have been kind of reliving those the last few days. And you kind of you can't get bored with the game plan, and you just kind of have to continue to execute. And I think maybe a play here or there, and we come out on top. I mean, it really felt like we controlled the game. We were happy with most of what we did. We just couldn't execute here and there, and some of the mistakes were like 100% on me, and maybe a few plays here that could have turned the game. So it's disappointing. You're always trying to push a little better. No worries.
Do you think if you guys had won the game, Coach Mora would still be the coach?
That's not my territory. I don't know. ask Mr. Guerrero that.
How disappointing is it just to be in this situation, though?
It's not great. I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of disappointing because I feel like you come into a program that's 10-2, 10-2, 9-3, and you're doing any and everything that you can, and you just can't produce the wins that you want to. It's a bummer because I'm giving everything I have and then some, and to kind of come to the short side of it time again, it's really disappointing. And then when also our scholarships are guaranteed, but our coaches' contracts aren't. It's a bummer.
Will that disappointment factor into your decision about whether to come back? Will that be something that you think about?
I haven't really started to form the equation yet. See what you're trying to get at, but maybe a few more weeks I'll give you a good answer.
There was a guy across town that used the word unfinished business. Is that a good way to put it in a situation like this?
Maybe.